Hey everyone, this is Roslyn here with Whole Herder Yoga. I wanted to share with you today a really useful sinus acupressure technique. It's great this time of year. I've noticed that a lot of people are kind of getting sick or fighting things off, or maybe it's just seasonal allergies being exacerbated by stress. Whatever it is, if and when it starts to settle in your sinuses, this is a really useful technique to kind of drain them. So if you're not familiar with traditional Chinese medicine, it basically is really different than Western medicine. It sort of goes off of the idea that we're affected by everything around us, our environment, our food, our mood, our emotions, that all of those things contribute to the health of our body and the way that energy moves and flows through the body on a subtle and energetic level. So a lot of the energy pathways in Chinese medicine run right next to the nerves and the blood vessels, and they're really similar points throughout the body that are useful to relieve pain or drain the sinuses or stimulate an organ or things like that. So the sinuses are connected to the very tips of each finger and the very tips of each toe. We're going to work with the fingers today. The feet are actually usually a little more potent for acupressure, but sometimes it's just more convenient to use the hands if you can't, take your shoes off and all that kind of stuff. So the technique can be used with either hand, or preferably both hands if you have time to kind of work through all 10 fingertips. But usually it's with the thumbnail or the edge of the thumb, depending on the length of your fingernail. It doesn't really matter. It's just meant to be a kind of firm pressure. So I'll start with my index finger to show you. And you'll take the thumb and kind of pinch between the index finger. And you'll press down pretty actively, bend the knuckle of the thumb, and then as you straighten it, scoot forward just a little bit. Press again, maybe wiggle back and forth, and then keep going in that way. So down until you get to the knuckle of the pointer finger, and then take it all the way back up in the same way. And you might notice as you're coming back up that you'll feel these little kind of crunchy crystals, or maybe it's a little bit uncomfortable, but basically those are built up toxins that actually crystallize in the tips of the fingers next to the nerves. So especially if your sinuses are compromised, or if you have an active cold or infection, you'll feel a lot more of those, and the goal is to kind of move around until they work themselves out and it feels nice and smooth. So practice that a few times a day if you're having sinus problems, and maybe once a day or every other day just for maintenance if you have allergies or if you're just trying to stay healthy. So I hope you enjoy it. It's free. It's something to try. And let me know if you have any questions. Good luck.